Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our newest webinar on Microsoft Intune, which is Microsoft's new cloud offering to help you manage your desktops now in 2012. And we're going to just give you a little bit of information about Champion, what we do, what our mission statement is. As you can see, Champion Solution Group provides infrastructure solutions and services that help our customers do really three things: reduce costs, increase productivity, and mitigate risks. And this is why we actually got into the cloud space, is this fits our mission statement to a T. So let's just talk about the 5 things that Champion does really quick. I promise to go through just these 3 slides real fast. We do these 5 things. We do them really well. My name's Kevin Vogel. I'm the Vice President of Virtualization and Cloud Computing. So, of course, I have that at the top of the slide, and this thing we talk about first before anything else. So, as you probably know, we're a very big Microsoft partner, both in their cloud space and also in their virtualization space. We're one of very few gold virtualization partners on the East Coast for Microsoft. We're also a very large VMware partner. We're, in fact, won their Infrastructure Partner of the Year for 2012. We're one of 19,000 VMware partners in the Americas and won their most prestigious award. We're also a very large Gold Citrix partner. So you can tell all of those are very large virtualization companies that we have very, very strong relationships with. And again, we're also a very big cloud partner with Microsoft, offering all of their Office offerings, BPOS, now Office 365, obviously Intune, Azure, and all their offerings. We're also a very big data management company. We partner with strong companies like IBM and HP and Symantec and so on to offer unbelievable data management and security practices. Another one being Trend Micro is another one of our big partners. We also do a lot in professional services. Our professional services group is more than 50% of our employees, and they're out there every day helping customers implement the solutions that we sell. So we do anything from outsourcing to contract services, and we specialize in system integration and consulting. We also have maintenance consulting. This is probably the hidden jewel in what we do for our customers. Every one of our customers take extended warranties, or they take enhanced warranties going from 9x5 to 7x24 and so on. We help manage those maintenance programs. We also make sure that they have the right coverage on the right equipment. We also offer a portal for you to be able to go in and take a look at what you have, not only from a hardware standpoint, but from a software standpoint when it comes to maintenance. And then, of course, we also sell quite a bit of hardware and software. So we have great deals with our distributors and our OEMs where we can get you as good, if not better, pricing than you're getting today. And this is just a list of some of the awards we've won over the last 12 months. Like I said, we were the VMware Infrastructure Partner of the Year. But more importantly, we were Microsoft's Eastern Region Cloud Partner of the Year for last year. We're going back up and hopefully to win the Americas this year. And we just won one of IBM's most prestigious awards, the Beacon Award for Outstanding Competitive Solutions. So as you can see, not only we think we do a pretty good job, but so do our partners when it comes to infrastructure solutions. So let's talk about what Microsoft's bringing to the marketplace in cloud services. Just going to give you a quick update on Office 365, and then we'll get right into Intune, what it can bring to you and your company, and how it actually works. And then I'm actually going to do a live demo at the end and show you how easy Intune is to run and what the options are when you're looking at it. So as you can see, Microsoft has a very broad selection of products that they offer both in the cloud and on-premise. And that's really the distinguishing feature of Microsoft. You can do all these services in the cloud, but you have the option to do them on-premise if that fits your business model. So a lot of our customers actually do a hybrid. They might do Exchange in the cloud and SharePoint on site. They might do SharePoint and Exchange in the cloud and move Lync into their on-site. They might run Windows Server, obviously, on-premise, or run CRM in the cloud. But the beauty of it is you can do some of it in the cloud, some of it on-premise, and it really works out well. What I wanted to just let you know was yesterday, Microsoft announced a price decrease in the Office 365 offerings. So as you can see, Exchange Online, if you wanted to do just email, calendaring, contacts, and so on, went from $5 a month per user down to $4 a month per user. If you get the Exchange Online, which includes voicemail and archiving, it went from $10 online down to $8 online. And in fact, if I go here to my next slide, you'll be able to see all the products and all the decreases anywhere from a low of 13% all the way up to 92% off of their current pricing for any new or renewed customer. So if you're buying it brand new, Office 365, you'll get these prices. When you renew your contract, if you're already an Office 365 customer and you're coming up for renewal, you'll be able to take advantage of these new prices. As you can see, on the average, it's about 20% savings off of your current bill. That's a pretty hefty savings. And obviously, that's the key to cloud computing, is the ability to save you money, increase uptime, and mitigate your risk. That's why Champion's in this. So let's talk about what Microsoft is bringing to the table when it comes around management, especially from the desktop side. As you can see, we're going to be talking about Intune today and how you can use it in your business. So going from managing your desktops from an on-premise solution into the cloud, you can see Office 365 allows you to do it per user, where the Intune products are per device. So you can register as many devices as you want, and you're paying a license per device, not per user. So if you're a call center or a healthcare organization or any corporation that uses shifts of workers, you're only managing that device with a single license. You're not managing it per user like you're doing with Exchange or whether it's SharePoint or any of the other ones. So the challenges in managing business PCs is, we all know there's multiple configurations out there. The accounting department has a different configuration from the sales department, which has different versions than, let's say, manufacturing. You also, in fact, most people are in the middle right now of having Windows XP and Windows 7 in their environments and different licensing models, whether you're an OEM license that you buy with the machine itself, or whether you have an EA or you buy from open licensing for Microsoft. You'll be able to manage these now through a single interface. Workers in many locations. Champion, for instance, we have 22 offices spread across 11 states. So we have people all up and down the East Coast. So for us, Intune is our method to manage all of our laptops, all of our PCs, whether they're in Ohio, whether they're up in Boston, or whether they're down here in the corporate headquarters in Florida. You also have a lack of insight to your PCs. Because they're spread out all over the place, well, you'll see that some of the features here with Intune is the ability to see what you have, what's going on, any changes that are being made. And then, of course, if you do it up in the cloud, you're going to be able to also get the best Windows experience by standardizing the OS on Windows 7. And I'll explain that to you in just a little bit. And just to give you a small hint, Windows 7 licensing is included in Intune. So if you're looking for a way to lower your cost to implement Windows 7, I think you'll see this in a few slides, how Intune can help you get there. And you'll also see a very big result from a low investment from Intune. So let's talk about what you're going to get with Intune. Number one, you get an online management all through a single web-based interface hosted by Microsoft. So the things that you know that are going to be there is, number one, the SLA, 99.9% uptime on your management console. The other thing that you know you're going to get from Microsoft is security. So both of those things, which are, part of their solution, you get. If you take a look, you also get a Windows 7 Enterprise license upgrade for all of your existing Windows XP machines. So if you have a Windows XP, whether it's an OEM, whether it's an open license, whether it's an EA, you'll be able to get a Windows 7 license and be able to download the code right from Microsoft's site and pay for it on a monthly basis instead of laying it out up front. So we're going to help you manage and secure your PCs by doing things like malware. Manage all your updates. So you'll be able to either group your updates or push your updates individually to a single computer or to a group of computers. And you'll also be able to pick out which ones of those updates you want to push when. You'll also be able to proactively monitor your PCs. So if you want to see what changes are being made to your corporate image, if you want to make sure that certain applications aren't being installed, you can follow that with this Intune product. You'll also be able to provide remote assistance. So you'll be able to take over their machines, allow them to see what you're doing, so you can actually use this as a tutorial for new employees. You'll be able, as you roll out applications, if you want to help people be able to use those new applications. You'll also be able to do a full hardware and software inventory. So you'll be able to tell what you have, where it is, and what's installed on each one of your PCs. And then one of the most important features is you'll be able to set security policies for groups of computers or individual computers right in a single interface. So users can be managed from any office, any branch office, or even on the road as long as they're connected to the internet. And partners like Champion, we also even offer the ability to do the management for you. So if you wanted to have someone use Intune, but have Champion's own in-house desktop support team help you manage your desktops, we can do that for an additional small fee onto the monthly price of Intune. So let's talk about the best experience we can give you. We can give you a standardized single version of Windows 7 Enterprise with Intune, which will include BitLocker, improved user interface, better mobility experience, and speed and reliability. You'll get that all through running Windows 7 Enterprise. And the beauty of this is you can do it and just upgrade your existing Windows XP license. So it's built right into there as part of the features. You can also you can also make sure that if you're online or on premise, you will get that same look, feel, and experience from your desktop and from your management interface, whether they're out in Timbuktu or whether they're sitting on premise, and you'll be able to control it right from a single interface. So most companies like to have one place to go to be able to do these things. So here are some of the key features you're going to get, and Intune is offered on premise. We're going to be talking a lot about the pricing and the features of the cloud, but I did want to show you that, again, like all of their solutions, whether it's Exchange, whether it's SharePoint, whether it's Lync, whether you want to run web apps for Microsoft Office, or whether you want to install Microsoft Office on your desktops, Microsoft gives you the ability to run them either on-premise or in the cloud. So let's take a look at all the features that you get. Obviously, if you do it on-premise or in the cloud, you're going to get that upgrade rights for Windows 7. You're going to be able to do all your update management, so all of your Patch Tuesdays from Microsoft will be able to be managed from a single interface. All your malware protection, again, covered. Hardware, software, licensing and inventory, all done with both versions. Remote assistance, done with all the versions. All your alerts and monitoring is done with both. What you get on site that you don't get in the cloud is full group policy support. So if you want to create group policies through Active Directory and then deploy them through Intune, you'll only be able to do that with the on-premise solution. If you're looking to do software deployment, in other words, rolling out applications to individual machines or groups of machines, that's something that has to be done from the premise solution. And then operating system distribution. If you want to push out images to your end users, that's something that can only be done on premise. But as you can see, most, if not, only these three options you don't get in the cloud. And a lot of that has to do with integration into your AD and then bandwidth to be able to push these types of solutions. So mainly that's the reasons that are in there. So we can deliver management to non-domain joined PCs, so people that don't log into your PCs, people that are out in the field, highly distributed offices. If you have multiple offices, we deal with a lot of retail stores and a lot of manufacturing where they have tens, if not hundreds of locations. This is a solution that they're actually taking advantage of because all of the bandwidth goes back to the Microsoft Cloud. It doesn't come all back here, for instance, to Champion or all back to the headquarters. They only have to be able to get to the Internet to be able to get whatever updates or information that they need. You'll also be able to contact your employees, obviously, through monitoring and support. You can obviously take care of mergers and acquisitions very, very quickly by just joining their equipment into your standardized Intune environment because they don't have to be part of your domain for you to start to now manage their devices. And you can do all this with a very limited staff because you don't have to set up the infrastructure. You don't have to, there's no learning curve on how to run this tool. Once you see me do a demo at the end here, I think you'll see how easy this is to be able to do all these features simply and easy for your IT department. So scaling over time. What do you need to be able to do this? Okay, you need some management essentials. You got to understand how Windows works, how the updates come, what's out there from an operating system. You don't have to have any existing solution in place to put this in. This is a on its own type of functionality. It works with almost any of your other management tools. If you have them in place, this will actually supplement them and be able to work with those management tools. For instance, if you're using Ghost for imaging or Acronis for imaging, you can still use those tools and then use Intune as your up-to-date management. So again, you don't have to build out any of the underlying platform. You don't have to go through any frequent release cycles because it's all done through Microsoft. And the roadmap keeps you up to date with all the new features that come out as they roll out from Microsoft. And none of that is any of your responsibility. That's something that Microsoft takes advantage of. So again, this is just going over there, what they do. Migration tool. So when you want to migrate from your Windows XP to Windows 7, you'll be able to take care of that. Enhanced reporting, robust license management, all this is part of the Intune suite. So let's talk about how this works, how you get to subscribe to this, whether you have an online subscription or whether you want to take advantage of this through some type of enterprise agreement. So you can go 1+ users. You can start with 1 user if you want to go with the online subscription. You can see that you get the cloud offerings only. So if you're doing the online, it's only for cloud. You can't do that on the premise. You can either pay for it by credit card or you can use an invoice. Either way is fine. Individual service volume. So as your numbers grow, your price will actually decrease. So once you go past like 250 users, there's a price break. Once you go over 1,250 users, there's another price break. Your commitment is month to month or 1 year. So in other words, you have to commit for the first year, and then you go month to month. Pricing obviously is the same way. You pay, there's no negotiating. You pay for the service, and if you hit a certain clip level, you get it at a better price. Everyone pays the same. And really the target audience is for small to medium-sized businesses. So, this is really targeted for the people with 500 users or less. The enterprise agreement is really targeted for 250 users or more. It's on-premise software and cloud, and you can do a hybrid solution to make sure that you're getting the features you need for some of your users and getting the access you need for other users. You get an integrated invoice from Microsoft. You get the total, whatever your EA agreement will give you from a total purchase volume. You're making a 3-year commitment. You can negotiate, obviously. Everyone negotiates with their enterprise agreement, and this is targeted for enterprise accounts. So just so you have a breakdown of which one might fit your corporation better, we have both of them here. Transition to the cloud, you can do at your own pace. You don't have to move everybody all at once. So as you want to start adding users, you can do it a little at a time by just installing or pushing the Intune agent to the desktops that you want to manage. Assign them. You'll see that you can discover them, give them a license, and you can start managing them. You can move us back and forth between on-premise and in the cloud. So if someone starts in your corporate headquarters where your solution was to have it on-premise, and now they move to be an outside salesperson or an outside management person working out of the office, you can move them into the online services seamlessly and give them access as long as they have internet access. You can match and adjust your service plans to meet your users' needs. So if, for instance, they need you to be able to push, software to them, or you need to be able to do some of the features that are only available in the premise, you'll be able to do that. This is all through, your on-premise and in the cloud solution. And there's no incremental online service costs in the year of the user's transition. So you're not getting charged for both in on-premise and in cloud at the same time. So it's really the best of both worlds. So here's the way that it actually goes from a licensing standpoint. And in fact, there's a new announcement I'm going to tell you about. It's not even on this slide. I just found out about it yesterday. Intune costs $11 a month. That's the cloud service for all the PC management and security. It includes the upgrades to Windows 7 Enterprise and future editions of Windows. So when Windows 8 comes, you'll be eligible to get that license as just part of the $11 a month fee, plus all the management and security. Now the Windows add-on, and this is strictly for the cloud service if you have an EA agreement, is $5 a month. Now one thing I found out yesterday, if you don't want all the management and all you want to take advantage of is just the upgrades to Windows 7 Enterprise and pay for them on a monthly basis, number one, you do have to have an existing Windows XP license. You can then, at $6 a month, upgrade that to Windows 7 or Windows 8 when it becomes available and only pay that single monthly fee for the operating system. Instead of having to go out and buy, Windows 7 for $200 a copy or whatever it might be, you could do it at $6 a month, 1 year commitment, so $72, and then pay month by month for that license for your operating system. So a lot of our customers, especially those that have seasonal workers or that their work staffs are fluctuating up and down, this is a much more economical way to do it. So as you can see, you can get volume pricing. Discounts are available. You can also get it on your current software assurance customers. And If you're academic, if you're a school, college, you'll be able to get academic discounts based around your level of discounting from Microsoft today. The prereqs, like I said, the PC must have a valid operating system running on it today. Windows Professional, Enterprise, or Ultimate SKUs for business customers. You can get all of them. You can see any Windows OS for academic and an updated and EA amended agreement are part of the prereqs to be able to do this. You can get subscription licensing. Like I said, this comes on a monthly basis. And Windows Intune and Intune add-ons both include purchase rights, and they use existing SKUs available from the EA price list. So as you can see, no matter what agreement you have with Microsoft, you'll be able to take advantage of this. So let's say today that you're a fully on-premise solution. And today you have SharePoint CALs, you have Exchange CALs, you have Windows CALs, and you have System Center management CALs in there today. And you want to transition to Windows Intune. Well, you can bridge this in the cloud with those licensing simply and easily by just moving your Windows CALs over to the cloud, which will take advantage of the Intune and just add it on to your existing licensing that you have today. You can also do that because you can build it into your System Center management console and have it as part of your on-premise management, but now running in the cloud. So pretty seamless, pretty easy. Let's say that you want to do a full rollout where you can transition both SharePoint and Exchange up into the cloud, and you can have the Office 365 bridge, and then you could actually still, excuse me, I clicked that a little too fast. You could still run your Windows CALs on-premise and still do all your management on-premise. So the beauty of the Microsoft solution, what they're telling you here is that you can do it all in the cloud, all on-premise, or a hybrid solution that best suits your business needs. So as you can see here, the equivalent transitions, if you have Office Pro today, your existing, you can actually, with Core CALs, you can do transitions right into Office 365, E2, E3, or E4, and we'll show you what those different features are in a second. If you have Office Pro Plus with just eCals, you can go into 3 or 4. And if you have Office Professional Plus, you can go to Office Pro Plus in 365. If you have a Core CAL, you can move into E1 of the Office 365 plan, and you can read all these. Now, we will have this up on our website, this whole presentation up on our website, so if you need to download it for reference material, it's pretty easy to do. We'll also have this posted on our website, so if you want to show anyone or have somebody else watch the webinar, we'll have it up there in just a few days. So licensing and pricing, like I told you, it's $11 per device per month, but you can also get the Microsoft Desktop Optimization Pack. What that optimization pack gives you is things like AppV. AppV is the ability to run application virtualization to deploy applications out to your existing PCs. You'll also get PC that is already covered under software assurance, and you can get volume purchasing over 250 PCs. You'll also get the Microsoft Online Services Portal, which I'm going to show you in just a minute here. Volume licensing if you have an EA, and obviously if you have academic pricing, schools or campuses, you'll be able to get those things too. Windows Intune software services, subscription licenses. There's a buyout available for your Windows Enterprise license. So you can see they make this very easy to purchase, very easy to get into, and be able to take advantage of what you've already purchased from Microsoft. Here's the things that you will get inside the Desktop Optimization Pack. Like I told you, you'll get things like AppV for application virtualization. You'll also get MedV for Microsoft enterprise desktop virtualization. If you're looking to do virtual desktops, you'll also get improved asset management with their product, reduced support costs, and improved policy control. All is just an extra $1 a month from adding on the desktop optimization pack. If we go in here, and now I'm going to just bring in the live demo for you. Oh, excuse me for a second there. And we'll go over here. And you can see that this is a live demo. I'm actually doing it with a small test environment that Champion has set up. Isn't that nice? Session is timed out. Sign in. And we're in. So this is the portal live. I'm not pulling any tricks here with the recording or anything. As you can see, the portal's pretty self-explanatory. You have these different tabs on the left-hand side here. All of them will bring you to a different screen. Inside each screen, you'll see different alerts and different management criteria that you can use. So if you want to create a new computer group, if let's say you want to go in here and manage all the sales group computers, you go in here and these are salespeople US. Save. And you can see that now I just created a new group of sales group. I can start to build alert statuses. I can start to add computers by going over here. So I created the group. I can start adding computers to this group, and I can set up specific policies for that sales group that might be different from unassigned computers, virtual desktop group that we have, and so on. Very simple, very easy to walk through this interface. You can see that it's very, very responsive. You can go in here and also see that there's a protection warnings here. One of my computers has a problem that I can go in and start to drill down into this computer and see what the problem status is here. So my endpoint protection status is disabled. I need to enable that status so that I do not have any issues. But you can see that's my one problem here. And I can do that across any of the alerts that you see here. I can go into the computers that I'm managing. Like I said, I only have a few in here. We're just doing this as just a demo, but I have 5 computers in here that we're managing through this interface. I can go in and see what they're running. You can see that this is a virtual platform. You can see that this is an HP ProBook. You can see that that happens to be an IBM part number, so I happen to know that one. It's a Lenovo, so same thing. So you can see all of these. You can see the ones that are on, how big the disk space is, how much disk space there is, and so on. All very simple. Here are the updates. You can see the failed updates. You can see the new updates that are approved, 8 updates that need additional approvals. All of these things in a single interface. So I can go in and see which updates failed so the Service Pack 1 failed in one of the things. I can go in here and approve it to reassign it, make sure that it gets done on the next turnaround. Simple, easy management. All the buttons work. If you're looking for malware, you can see that there's no issues. The computers are fully protected. If you go into alerts, you can see critical alerts need to be approved. You can go in here, right-click, see what it is, view the properties of that alert very, very simply, and close this alert, and you're done. I mean, simple, easy way to manage. Space, 0 gigabytes used. You can see all these things are in here. Licenses, all your license agreements will be in there. Your administration. Total number of seats, 25. I'm only using 5 right now. So all simple, all done through a single management interface that can be easily learned and easily utilized by your staff with all the bells and whistles. And like I said, one thing that Champion offers over and above the Microsoft service is the ability to actually do all the hand-on help desk maintenance and run Intune for you very simply and very easily. So our next steps. You can go into and get a trial today of Office 365 and be able to try Exchange, SharePoint, Link, and the whole thing. You can also, there's available to plan ahead to migrate to Office 365. You can get a free cloud assessment from our website, championcloudservices.com /Microsoft, so on. You can also find out more about Office 365 on our championcloudservices.com website. You can get a 30-day free trial of the Dynamics product from Microsoft. You can also get $200 offer to switch from Dynamics from another CRM program. And you can also go on the Champion Cloud Services website and see all of the different offerings we have for cloud in our environment. So with that,